Thank you for tuning in to this video. This particular video was inspired by a recent consult I had with a friend. So a little background story. He's starting out as a musician and he would like to teach and share his passion of music, his love of music, and he would like to teach music to a group of students on a freelance basis. And prior to this, I shared with him things that he could do. I suggested doing video marketing to showcase his ability to play different types of songs and breaking it down to different types of videos, showcasing that he can break down complex techniques, music techniques and theories into something very simple and digestible for his target audience. Of course, as per many discussions that I have with various business owners, freelancers, is this: what do you really want to sell? Who are you selling it to? Who's your market? Why do you want to do this and all that, right? So it's something that I often do, whether I'm doing web content strategy, marketing strategy, business networking strategy, or consult, all these things. He was asking me a few days ago, Eldrick, I know there's so many market segments. When I think about it, I notice I can teach different segments. I can teach, his words, I paraphrase, I can teach those in their 50s onwards, the more matured audience who are trying to find other ways to pass the time, to be creative after working for so long, right? I would also like to teach, I can teach people within our age group who have the means and would like to have a hobby on the side. I could teach those in their teens who are excited about music. I can also teach the younger students in primary school level. Each of these different markets have pros and cons. Now what I did to him was a very simple way. I threw back the question. So I asked him, which one do you identify most with? Because nonetheless, all these different markets that you shared with me, this target audience, they have their pros and cons. They may have money, no time, no discipline. They may have time, no discipline, got money. They may have They may have time, they have money, no discipline. They have no time, they have money, they have discipline. They may not have money, they have time, they have discipline. And throw in that mixed passion, right? Whether it's to impress, whether it's to grow as a person, whether to express themselves. So all these things factor in. I ask him back, because you are just starting out, so you have that advantage. Now, he was asking this because what sort of videos should he upload onto YouTube, Facebook, and all the social media platform? Because there's a lot of possibilities. And I told him, I relayed to him, why don't you focus on one group first? Focus on one group and then you build in, create that advocate for yourself. Focus on these people. I like to use the example of Apple. Apple markets to hardcore Apple supporters. They are not marketing, they're not trying to convince Samsung users or Huawei users why they're better. They are advocating or marketing or promoting whatever product they have to existing supporters of Apple. And from there, the support from these advocates will then cascade to other ancillary market. This is a good way for small businesses to start marketing their products or service. Yes, it takes time, but it gives you a degree of focus, right? So as a freelancer, as a freelance teacher, music teacher, I asked him, out of all these groups that you shared with me, I'm going to give you 3 factors. I'm sure if you talk to other people, read other books by real gurus, not some 30-year-old guy who is here on the kitchen, right? You will see more elements involved, right? But from what I can see, based on where you are right now, I want to ask you, out of all the three, and what I did was I drew 3 circles. Okay. What I did was I drew 3 circles. First, no doubt, whatever you're doing, and you're doing this because of one thing: money. Isn't that simple? You are trying to start a side hustle, you're trying to start a gig because you're trying to make money. That is the reality of things. So of course, all 5 categories are paying money, right? So the question now I throw back, which one would be good paymasters? Meaning, they will pay you promptly at the amount that you feel is worthwhile for your effort. That's the first part. The second element, which I shared with him, and I accidentally mentioned it earlier on, is fulfillment. Which of the 4 categories that you shared with me gives you fulfillment? You know, when you teach them, you feel fulfilled, you feel satisfied, you feel gratified, right? Not just because, you know, you're imparting value, you're imparting real value. Because I know, and I've seen people who taught music or taught tuition or extra classes, gave extra classes. These are intelligent, brilliant, talented men and women who are nothing more than over-glorified babysitters. I'm sorry to use that term, but yes, sometimes, and they don't have to, and when I say babysitters, I don't mean babysitting just kids, you know. Sometimes, you know, spouses may send their significant other to a class, to an activity, so that, oh God, I need my private time, I need my alone time, right? Are you becoming that temporary babysitter, right? Because eventually, without the fulfillment, it becomes a chore. It drains your energy as a freelancer, as an expert, as someone with talent, and someone with passion. So you need these 2 elements. And you saw earlier on, there is a third circle. So, which audience or which group gives you growth? Which group challenges you to be a better teacher? Which group challenges you to become a better expert? You don't want to be fulfilled, you don't want to get the money and then you're stagnant. You want to have clienteles that will push you to the next level, who will make you question what you know and make you explore in a progressive manner. Oh yeah, Aldrich, you're right. Because I have the teens, you know, that you showed all this three. After I showed him all this three, I dealt with teenagers who, they have the passion. Of course, they have a bit of money. They have the passion, but they're moving so fast that I can't cope with them. Likewise, what is your pace? You as a freelancer, a small business owner, a service provider, you are giving this experience to your customer, your client, whatever you want to call them, your client, your customer, your consumer, your stakeholder, whatever it is, that helps you grow as a person, that helps you grow as a professional, that gives you fulfillment and that helps you pay the bills. All these three elements at his stage as a freelancer, as someone who's starting out, is a good indicator to decide which market should he focus his videos to or for. And you can use, it was a dynamic exchange of experience, because he shared with me how he saw or he knows one talented musician who deliberately targets undergraduate music students. Why? Through the nuances, through the terms, through the theories, the exposition, the discourses on Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is that this particular music teacher, engages in. So that helps you, or him in this case, create a red velvet policy, a concept I learned from another book, which I will share in a book review soon. It helps you identify the right target audience for your product or service. Because number one, you're passionate about these people. You're passionate about their growth. And you want to be involved in that journey. And you don't mind charging them, and they're more than happy to pay you because they know they're benefiting it in one way or another, whether to growing their talents, their ability to express themselves creatively. And it is not just confined to music teachers. I'm sure whatever business you're doing, a consultant, whether you're a coach, you're even a network marketer, you know your audience. You know who you identify with the most. I had in my BNI days, BNI privilege, the last chapter that I was with, I asked the unit trust consultant, so what is your target market? Because unit trust investment can support, it's a form of investment, mutual funds to a certain degree, but there are differences. I'm not going to go into that, too technical. Some unit trust consultants want to focus on parents with kids. Why? Because their focus is to help their clients create this education fund for their children, to help their children build up a nest, investment nest, so that they can enroll into a good university 20 years from now, 15 years from now. Some unit trust consultants purposely look for this group of people. Again, another example, insurance. In Malaysia, we have this term called the aunties. Basically, these are married women, perhaps in their 40s, 50s, 60s, with kids. They're more senior in age. They can be experienced. They enjoy certain activities, they enjoy certain group of crowd, right? I have known insurance agents who purposely tackle this demographic, this group of people. He feels comfortable with them to the point where some people dub him the anti-killer or the anti-slayer, right? It's a term that we have in Malaysia. It's not meant to be sexist. If you were to pass him, a multi-billionaire, he would flat out reject you. Why? Because he can't identify with that target audience. Money is good, yes. Money is good. Oops, sorry, I accidentally pulled out the... Money is good, yes, there's money. But personally, is there fulfillment for him? Is there growth for him? And growth is not what we... Or rather, if you're consulting me, or you're asking me, or you're bringing me out for coffee, Aldrich, let's talk. I need you to be my sounding board. Fine, okay. Growth is not what I say growth is to you. Growth is you have to define your growth. It could be acquiring new skills. It could be acquiring new understanding, new viewpoints of life, towards life, right? So that is growth. Fulfillment. Are you happy? I mean, you're already working a 9 to 5. You have a full-time job, and you're doing this to escape that. The least you can do is do something that you enjoy. Does that make sense? So when you're targeting a certain market, especially if you're a freelancer, you're starting out, you are trying your best to find your niche. Focus your initiative, especially your marketing initiative, to solve this audience. An audience which you find fulfillment, who can pay you and gives you growth. There are many other factors, I'm sure. I mean, if you watch all the other gurus out there, they will give you even more refined. This is just from a simple consult or a simple discussion that I had with a friend, a very good friend. So whether it's a structured activity, focus with one audience. Over time, it's all right to evolve. It's all right to evolve. Maybe after 2 years, 5 years, you're tired of that market, continue on to the next market. You can do that, especially when you are the business owner, when you are the freelancer. Heck, I started out as a blogger. I started out writing blog entries for 5 ringgit. Now I write company profiles. I prepare decks. I do web content development. I advise on marketing strategy. I change. And so can you. Now that you know all this, what are you going to do? Thank you very much for watching. It is a 16-minute video. Do share with me your thoughts, your experience in the comment section down below. Share this video with people who you think would benefit from it, especially the main content in it. Even music teachers, if you want to. And yeah, thank you very much. I hope you have a great day ahead. Do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.